morning, students. Today we are going to learn next topic, that is arc of a circle. Now here, let us see here. This is a circle. Here is the second of circle. Now this second of circle divides this circle in two parts. This is the first part, this is second part. Now any of these two parts and the common intersection of this circle and this second, that is points A and B. This is collectively called as arc of circle. Now in this figure, arc AXB and arc AYB, these are the two arcs. Now let us see here, when center of circle is on one side of this arc, one side of this second. When center of this circle is on one side of this second, then that side of this arc, this is called major arc, and other side of the arc, this is called minor arc. Now here, arc of circle, the second divides the circle in two parts. That is, from figure, arc AXB and arc AYB. Now intersection of this circle and this second, it is called, that is points A and B. These points are called end points of circle. The second divides the circle in two parts, that is, from figure, arc AXB and arc AYB. These are the two arcs. Now here let us we see major and minor arcs. Major and minor arcs. When the center of circle is on one side of the second, when center of the circle is on one side of the second, then the circle, the arc on that side is called major arc. Major arc. Now here let us see from figure, and others arc on other side is called minor arc, and arc on other side is called minor arc. Minor arc. Now from figure, here AYB is a major arc. Here AYB is a major arc and arc AXB is a minor arc. Now these are the arcs of the circle. Now next point is central angle. Central angle. Central angle. Now let us see from this figure. This angle theta points A and B. Now here, when the vertex of angle ACB is a center of circle, then that arc is called central angle. That angle is called central angle. Now here, write down. When the vertex of an angle is the center of a circle, it is called a central angle. It is called a central angle. Now let us see in this figure. This angle ACB, vertex of this angle is a center. Therefore, angle ACB is a central angle. This value of this central angle is here theta. Here, angle ACB is a central angle. Angle ACB is a central angle. Now here also, this central angle divides this circle in two parts. Now next point, measure of an arc. Measure of an arc. Measure of an arc. Now if we have to compare two arcs, then we must have to find their measures. This is, suppose this is arc AB, this is AXB, this is AYB. We have to compare these two circles, means we must have to measure its measure. Now, first condition, measure of minor arc. This is minor arc. Measure of minor arc is equal to the measure of its central angle. Suppose this angle is theta, therefore measure of arc AXB is also theta. First, measure of minor arc is equal to measure of its corresponding is equal to measure of its corresponding central angle. Corresponding central angle. Now here AXB, this is minor arc. Therefore, its central angle, this value of this minor arc AXB is equal to theta. Measure of arc AXB is equal to theta. Here, measure of arc AXB is equal to theta, that is equal to central angle. Number 2. Measure circle, measure arc. Measure arc is equal to, suppose this is arc AYB, this is measure arc, and value of this measure arc AYB is 360 minus measure of its corresponding angle. Measure arc is equal to 360 minus measure of its corresponding minor arc. Corresponding minor arc. Now in this figure, measure of arc AYB is equal to 360 minus theta. Here, measure of arc AYB is equal to 360 minus 360 degree minus theta. 360 minus theta. Number 3. Measure of semicircular arc. Suppose this is semicircle. This is semicircular arc. Measure of semicircular arc is 180 degree. Measure of semicircular arc is 180 degree. And number 4, measure of complete circle. Measure of complete circle is 360 degree. Measure of complete circle is 360 degree. Now next point. Congruence of arcs. Congruence of arcs. Now when we say two angles are of equal measure, if two angles are of equal measure, then we say that two angles are congruent to each other. Now if measure of two arcs is equal, then whether we say that arcs are congruent or not. Now let us see, there are two circles. This is arc AB, this is arc CD. This point suppose O. Now here two arcs, arc AB. Now what is measure value of this arc? Suppose this is of 60 degree. Measure of arc from this larger circle, measure of arc AB is 60 degree. That is equal to central angle. Here also measure of arc CD is also 60 degree. Now whether these two arcs are equal or not. Now we see here arc AB is greater than arc CD. Now we cannot say these two arcs are equal. If measure of two arcs are equal and their central angle also equal, then that arcs are called equal arcs. Write down two arcs are congruent if their measures and radii are equal. Two arcs are said to be equal or congruent if their measures and their radii also equal. Therefore, from this figure, arc CD and arc AB are not equal. Next point, property of sum of measure of arcs. Property of sum of measures of arcs. Now here in this circle we take concyclic points. Suppose this A, B, C, D, E. These are the concyclic points. That is, all these points are on a circle. Now we can write so many arcs from this, that is arc AB, arc BC, arc CD, arc DE, arc ABC, arc ACE, so many arcs. Now we have to find property of sum of measure of arcs. Here arc ABC and arc CDE, these two are having one point common, that is which point common? C. Arc ABC and arc CDE, these two are having one point common C. Therefore, sum of arc, we can write this as arc ACE is equal to arc ABC plus arc ADE. Arc ABC measure of arc ABC plus measure of arc CDE is equal to measure of arc ACE. This is the property of sum of measure of arcs. Now we see one theorem. The chords corresponding to theorem. The chords corresponding to congruent arcs of a circle or congruent circles are congruent. Now here draw the figure. Now in this figure, B is the center of circle. This point AC, DE, PQ. Now here, let us see from statement, the chords corresponding to congruent arcs, chords that is chord AC and chord DE corresponding to congruent arcs, we have given arc APC congruent to arc DQE. Congruent arcs are congruent, means if arcs are congruent, their corresponding chords also congruent. We have to prove this. Now let us see how we can prove this. Now here we have given in a circle with center B, we have given arc APC congruent to arc DQE. We have to prove chord AC congruent to chord DE. Now in triangle ABC and triangle DBE, these two are congruent. Radii of same circle, these two also congruent, radii of same circle. And these two angles are congruent because these two are central angles. These two arcs are congruent, therefore these two are congruent. Therefore, by SAS test, these two triangles are congruent, and corresponding side of congruent triangles are congruent, therefore AC congruent to D. Write down, given in a circle with center B, arc APC congruent to arc DQE. Arc APC congruent to arc DQE. These two arcs are congruent. To prove chord AC congruent to chord DE. Prove in triangle ABC and triangle DBE, side AB congruent to side first second DB. Radii of same circle. Side BC congruent to side BE. Here also radii of same circle. Angle ABC congruent to angle DBE. Here we have given this. These arcs are congruent, therefore their central angle also congruent. Write down here given. Therefore by SAS test, these two triangles are congruent. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle DBE. These two triangles are congruent. And corresponding side of congruent triangles are congruent. Therefore, AC side side DE, here corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Side AC congruent to side DE, side AC and side DE are chords, therefore, or that is chord AC congruent to chord DE. This is the proof.